morning, everyone, and welcome to our Sunday Live Dharma. My name is Adam, and I'm very happy to be practicing with you all today, and I'm very happy to be on my spring break from school, and spring has definitely sprung. I could just tell by the amount of pollen that was on my car this morning. Now today, Reverend Won Gong will share her Dharma Talk titled Dharma of Spring. Now, let us begin by reciting the essential dharmas of daily practice on page 11. The mind is originally
free from disturbance, but disturbances arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the equanimity of our true nature by letting go of disturbances. The mind is originally free from delusion, but delusions arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the wisdom of our true nature by letting go of delusions. The mind is originally free from wrongdoing, but wrongdoings arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the precepts of our true nature by letting go of wrongdoings. Let us replace disbelief, greed, laziness, and ignorance with belief, zeal, questioning, and dedication. Let us turn resentment into gratitude. Let us turn dependency into self-reliance. Let us turn reluctance to learn into willingness to learn well. Let us turn reluctance to teach into willingness to teach well. Let us turn lack of public spirit into eagerness to serve the good of all.
Now, please stand behind your mats and let's join in happy relaxation Qi Gong movements guided by Reverend Sean.
Good morning, friends. Let's start with rotating our ankles first. Gently to the one side. Make the circle a little bigger. Rotate your knees at the same time. Opposite way, rotate. Let's change our feet. Morning, Maya. It's been a while. Maya was our teen member, now grown up and college students visited us in a while. The other way, rotate. Okay, let's put our hands, support our back, rotate our waist. Reverse. Good. Let's put our hands on our shoulders. Make circle with your elbows, rotating our shoulders, opening up our heart and chest wide. Don't break it. Reverse. Good. Let's clasp our hands behind our body. Let us breathe in. Breathe out, stretch to the side, stretch your neck. Breathe back in, back to center, to the other side, out and break, stretch. Breathe in, back to center, look up, breathe out, stretch. Breathe in, back to center, breathe out, look down, stretch. As we breathe in, rotate up to the one side. At the top, breathe out, rotate down. Reverse, in and up, out and down. One more time on each side. This time, let's shake off our hands. Upper body, bouncing knees, your whole body. Shake it off. Let us breathe in deep. Breathe out through your mouth. In, release. Breathe as you please, at your pace. Let's shake off all the tensions, stress, thoughts, pollens, everything away. This time, shake off a little more intensely. And slowly come to standing. Shake off if there's any left. You may close your eyes. Breathe in and out nice and easy. Settle your breath, settle your body. Feel if there's any sensations. Good. Now it's spring. The flowers are blooming and will bloom. So will you help me blooming the flower seeds? So in order to put flowers to bloom, we need rain and sunlight and the spring breeze. So let's become sun first. Let's breathe in, arms to the side. Breathe out, let's go down, bend your upper body. And make a circle with your hands. Imagine that sun. As we breathe in, bring sun a little bit slower, slowly bring it up. And sun rises. Clasp our hands, rotate our body, sunset, sun rises, to the other direction. Now let's become sun and let's shine with your happy smiley face facing your friends. Smile to her as you rotate. Ooh, warm energy, loving energies spreading. Good. This time, let's become the cloud is coming. We're gonna drop the rain. Water evaporates and rain drops. Drip, drop, drip, drop, drip, drop. Oh, seeds are happy drinking water. drip, drop, drip, drop, drip, drop. Oh, and we need nice spring breeze. Wind is blowing. I think the seed is ready to bloom. Let's become a seed in the shell. Oh, we drank some water with some nice loving energy. It's time to bloom the shoot. Knock, knock, and shoot. And we grow as a flower, and let's show your beautiful face as a flower. What color is your flower? Purple. Yellow. Oh, lovely. It's a flower garden here. Thank you for helping me bloom the seeds of flower. Let's shake off one more time. And feet together. Let us breathe in, arms to the side and up. And breathe out. Settle your energy. One more time, breathe in. Let's put our palms together. Bring it down as you breathe out. Let's bow to the friends next to you. Now we're going to offer 4 bows, either standing or full bows. You can stand behind your mat and use it as a knee padding.
With gratitude, I bow to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the infinite source of marvelous existence. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of parents, ancestors, and everyone who has given me life and nurtured me. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of fellow beings, embracing the truth of interconnectedness. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of laws, which guides us to develop justice and freedom through Dharma and universal principles. meditation is simple and easy. Please take time to find your most comfortable position. Wiggle to release any tension you are holding. Gently rock back and forth until you feel balanced and centered. Relax your body, relax your mind. Breathe in deeply and release your breath fully. Let your mind settle onto your lower belly. This is the home of your danjan, your Qi energy center. Abide in your danjan and focus your breath there. As your mind and body settles, gradually and gently straighten your spine. As you do, you may feel your chest and heart opening. Look straight ahead and then let your eyelids relax. Softly align your ears with your shoulders and let your shoulders melt downwards. Enjoy the sensation of your arms and hands relaxing. If your face or body begins to itch, simply let the itching pass. If your legs ache unbearably, you may change your position very slowly and quietly to honor your practice and the silent practice of those near you. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not be disturbed or play with them. When left alone, they will simply disappear. Continue to bring your awareness back to your danjan and breathe. When your mind is calm, concentrated, perfectly focused and at peace, you will rest in the realm of samadhi, deep meditation. As we meditate, may our ever calm, ever bright spirit be with us.
Spring is here, wake up now. Spring is here, be the light. Spring is here, wake up now. Spring is here, be the light. Spring is here, wake up now. Spring is here, be the light. Spring is here, wake up now. Spring is here, be the light. Spring is here, wake up now. Spring is here, be the light. Spring is here, wake up now. Spring is here, be the light. Spring is here, wake up now. Spring is here, be the light.
This morning, Reverend Won Gong will share her Dharma Talk, which is called Dharma of Spring. Let us practice deep listening as we welcome Reverend Won Gong.
Happy spring. Spring is full of delightful surprises. I love to hear the sound of baby frogs peeping in the evening. When I hear them in our little creek, I know spring has arrived for sure. Here is a story based on Arnold Lobel's book about spring with a frog and a toad, two best friends. Frog ran up to Toad's house and knocked on the door. There was no answer. Toad, Toad, shouted the frog, wake up. It's a spring. Blah, said a voice from inside the house. Toad, Toad, the sun is shining, the birds are chirping. Wake up. I'm not here, said the voice. Frog walked into the house. It was dark. All the shutters were closed. Toad, where are you? Called Frog. Go away, said a sleepy voice from the corner of the room. Toad had pulled all the covers over his head. Frog paused, and Frog pushed Toad out of bed. He pushed him onto the front porch. Toad blinked in the bright sun. Help! I cannot see anything, said Toad. Don't be silly, said Frog. What you see is the clear, warm light of April. And it means that wait a minute, my script disappeared.
No wonder you can't see.
Really, I cannot see. With Frog's help, now I can see. And Frog said, don't be silly. What you see is the clear, warm light of April. And it means that we can begin a whole new year together, Toad. Think of it. We will skip through the meadows, run through the woods, and swim in the river. At night, we'll sit right here and count the stars. You can count them, Frog, murmured Toad. I'll be too tired. I'm going back to bed. Toad went back into the house, got into the bed, and pulled the covers over his head again. But Toad, cried Frog, you will miss all the fun. Listen, Frog, how long have I been asleep? You haven't been asleep since November, said Frog. Well then, said Toad, a little more sleep will not hurt me. Come back again and wake me up at about past May. Good night, Frog. But Toad, said Frog, I'll be lonely until then. Toad did not answer. He had fallen asleep. Frog looked at Toad's calendar. The November page was still on the top. Frog tore off the November page, the December page, and then the January, February, and March pages. He came to the April page and tore it off too. Then he ran back to the Toad's bed. Toad, wake up, it's May. What? Can it be May so soon? Said Toad. Oh yeah, said Frog, look at your calendar. Toad looked at the calendar. The May page was on top. Oh, it is May, said Toad as he climbed out of bed. Then he and Frog ran outside to see how the world was looking in the spring. The end. What do you think this story is telling us? What about the power of our mind? All things are our mind's creation. We see what we want to see. Even if it's a spring, if we don't think it is a spring, we won't open the door and receive the gift of the spring season. The story also highlights that the seasons will change whether we are ready or not. It tells us about resistance to change and also about resilience. Changing seasons are opportunities to recast and reset. Dear friends, spring is here. In your heart and mind, has spring arrived? Sometimes I feel like the toad in the story. I still want to cuddle with my winter blanket. Right after morning meditation last week, Patty knocked on my door with her bright smile. Let's go for a walk. She said, it's time to go for a spring walk. I said, it's raining. What about tomorrow? The next day, Patty tapped my shoulder and looked me in the eye, and I said, all right, let's go. Spring is not just a time for warm weather. Spring has its own spirit and energy. These days, whenever I walk in the woods, I see signs of spring. I hear signs of spring. I smell and sense the air of spring. What a gift. What a gift. Its lively, luminous awareness blows life to each blade of grass and to each branch of trees. The energy hibernating in roots flows through each trunk and stem, responding to the balmy air and sunlight. When I am in a spring garden, I drink in the Qi energy and I feel renewed. I am spring. Spring is in me. I come alive. Spring again. These days, in our weekly book club, we have been reading The Principles for Training the Mind. In the book, Venerable Chua-san points out the preciousness of time. He says, time never returns. If we miss it, we lose it forever. We human beings live under the mistaken belief that since years and days go through a regular cycle, time that passes us by will visit us again. However, the springs, summers, falls, and winters that will come in the future are not the same ones that passed by before. They are entirely new seasons. End quote. The spring we are experiencing right now is new. It is a brand new spring. The cycle of nature continues, but in that continuation, the fleeting beauty is never the same. Each moment is original, never to be repeated. Every spring, I think of this Dharma message from our founding teacher, Sotae-san, who said, "Though the spring breeze blows impartially without any thought of self, only living trees can receive its energy and grow. Though sages give Dharma teachings impartially without any thought of self, only people with open-hearted and sincere belief can receive that Dharma completely." This passage makes me reflect on whether I am a dead tree or a living tree. It is the same with our spirits. If we are living trees without thought of self, our spirits are alive and we are ready to receive Dharma rain, Dharma breezes, and Dharma sunshine. In the very early spring, when we look at a tree, it is sometimes hard to tell whether it is alive or dead. The other day, I pulled out a little tree I had planted 2 years ago. It didn't seem to be responding to spring breezes and warm sunshine. I had watered it faithfully, but it showed no sign of spring buds. When I pulled that little tree out, there were no roots. It was merely a stick. In Buddhist practice, roots are our faith and believing mind. Faith and belief in the goodness of Dharma, the teachings of truth. Faith and belief in our true nature, open, empty, infinite potential. Faith and belief in the power of Sangha, collective energy upholding our practice journey. These are the roots of our practice. Without them, spiritual growth is not possible even in springtime. Let us reflect again on the words of Master Sotae-san. Though the spring breeze blows impartially without any thought of self, only living trees can receive its energy and grow. Though sages give Dharma teachings impartially without any thought of self, only people with an open-hearted and sincere belief can receive that Dharma. At our spring retreat in the Raleigh Temple, some friends shared their insights about this passage. If we only live within our closed shells, we will literally miss the opportunity to be alive and present when spring breezes blow. We are life itself and receive vitality from nature. Just being alive is our birthright. Only seeds ready to sprout will grow. Let us be ready. Let us wake up to receive what is given to us. If we are open and receptive, present in the now, we'll receive the blessings of passing breezes. We are the living trees. It's up to us to receive the energy from nature. As a living tree, are you ready to receive Dharma blessings? Are you receiving Dharma blessings right now? Let me hear yes. After our practice sessions, I sometimes hear people say, oh, that Dharma teaching spoke to me so deep in my heart. I need to hear this. Or some friends say, oh, that meditation was just what I needed. This kind of experience arises when our spirits are alive, ready to receive spiritual offerings, just like living trees in spring. How do we become spiritual living trees? When we let go of our grip on self-focus, we become more present and open to receiving the energy of heaven and earth. When we notice self-centered, referential, and ego-driven thoughts, we become more present and open to releasing them. Then we are graced by love and light. In the light of hope and promise, let us open our hearts to receive the living Dharma of spring's rebirth. Spring is here. Wake up now. Come to life as a living tree. Spring is here. Be the light. Now, please join our spring chant. After chanting, let us meditate together for 5 minutes. Spring is here. Wake up now. Spring is here. Be the light. Spring is here. Wake up now. Spring is here. Be the light. Spring is here. Wake up now. Spring is here. Be the light. Spring is here. Wake up now. Spring is here. Be the light. Spring is here. Wake up now. Spring is here. Be the light. Spring is here. Wake up now. Spring is here. Be the light. Spring is here. Wake up now. Spring is here. Be the light. Spring is here. Wake up now. Spring is here. Be the light. Spring is here. Wake up now. Spring is here. Be the light. Spring is here. Wake up now.
Thank you, Reverend Won Gong, for your wonderful talk today, for reminding us the importance of believing in our original true nature and for keeping an open mind. You're a very good storyteller. And Frog and Toad shows us that we do create our own reality, and also emphasizes the importance of friends who will give us a boot out of bed when we need it. So friends at home, now is the time where you can share your takeaways in the chat or sit in quiet contemplation and hear people pair up and talk about your thoughts about today's Dharma Talk.
Bodhi and Chris, would you come over here for a second? How was your meditation today?
So like, since I was like kind of tired, like earlier this morning, it was kind of a little easier to meditate when I wasn't like all energetic. And then when I was tired, it was easier to meditate.
Very good point. Thank you.
My meditation was kind of peaceful because you could like kind of hear the birds outside, and you could also like kind of hear that wind chime, and it was peaceful.
Thank you. It is so nice to have you at our Sunday. It is nice to have you in our Sunday service. What's your favorite thing to do in the springtime?
Maybe like go outside and like just like appreciate like the warm weather, because like I know like during winter I really want it to be that weather, so I just try to appreciate the weather when it's warm.
Warm weather.
My favorite thing about spring is like the like flowers like coming to life, because in winter the flowers are like all dead, and in spring you can like plant flowers and like enjoy the weather.
You can do some gardening too.
Yeah, gardening.
Wonderful. Thank you. Well, you see, we have this wonderful Bodhi and Chris young children.
Yeah.
Because they enjoy coming and meditating in the temple thanks to all the meditation teachers. Their mommy and daddy at home always guide them to meditate at home, but also they come to our children meditation, they come to our children's Dharma camp. So we have a special workshop coming up called Children Meditation Guides Workshop. Anyone who would like to learn how to teach meditation for children, for your children, grandchildren, or school, or helping us in the temple, you're welcome to come join us for this workshop. Who wants to come? Raise your hand. 2, 3, 4. I need more. And also, I know Bodhi and Chris will be our meditation assistant teacher soon for little younger ones. Good to see you. Nice to have you. Good job today.
Thank you, everybody, for practicing with us today. We have a few announcements. The young adults are going to gather here after the service. And we have some upcoming events, which are a Won Buddhism introduction class, and it's going to be held at Raleigh in person on April 13th, followed by tea and refreshments. Then there's a mini retreat for young adults held here at the Chapel Hill Temple on Saturday, May 4th. And then on Sunday, April 28th, that is Won Buddhism's birthday and the anniversary of when our founding teacher, Sote-san, was enlightened. It's also the day that our Kyomunim celebrate their own birthdays. We're going to have a special service at 10 a.m., followed by spring open house. Now let us turn to page 13 and bless each other with the morning prayer song.
Dhammakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin a new day in your presence. Today full of health and with peace of mind. May I walk along the path of the Buddha. Dhammakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin wisdom. Today, making the world a more loving place. May I do all that I can for one world.
Thank you for your beautiful practice today. Happy spring. And then let's bow to our friends who join us online through the Mr. Sony little camera. 감사합니다. Waving hands. And here, friends, in person, let's fold our book gently. And then let's stand up there, make a big circle, because it's a lovely day. Stand in a big circle.